Hello everyone, my name is Edwinson and this is a short video to show you how we spin up and create resources for the CareConnect project. Here I'm just setting up the AWS environment. If you already have AWS CLI installed, this is just one of the ways you can set up your credentials and the configuration for the account. This is a successful setup. You can see the account was loaded in my local environment. Now, I'm just showing the environment. What do we have in this account? There's pretty much nothing on this account. I'm just showing you the functions. There's no function, step functions. There's nothing here. API gateway, we don't have anything. So we're just gonna spin up, create everything from the scratch on this account. So to go, we double check all our variables based on the variables file. And then as the documentation said, the readmes, we have to start with the S3 underscore TF state application. Just do some kind of a Terraform command to initialize the state or initialize the app. You can format. Those are like extra commands. And then I'm gonna do a Terraform plan. But before I go, there's one thing. So this is going to create an S3 bucket, the first application, S3 bucket to hold the state of the rest of the project. So this is a plan to show you, okay, how many resources they're gonna create. They just create 5 resources like the S3 bucket, some other stuff. This is a list of the S3 to see the S3 bucket and some other S3 policies and stuff just getting created from this. And I'm double checking the documents. This video is going fast because once you read the documents, the readmes, you're gonna see what to do. It's really self-explanatory. And next step is to make sure you have the backend bucket in the general project and in the rest of all of the other projects, all of the Terraform applications. Make sure you have the name of the bucket you just created inside of the backend for the other applications. Like the general, you're gonna go to the main, you add the name of the bucket you just created because it's gonna be unique. There's an account number to it that's gonna make it unique um, to your application, to your environment. So I just update that, the bucket name in the backend in the main.tf file. So I'm going to do that for all of the rest of the application for Terraform because we kind of modularize, like create multiple applications, general applications, and database and compute. So you're going to update all those. So this is a plan to show you, okay, they're going to create 37 resources. And this is the outputs that's gonna show up. Yep. And we're gonna do a apply with the variable file. We're gonna confirm with the yes. If you did not do to approve, that's something you can add as an argument to the apply command. And everything is getting created. So yeah, just not gateway is taking a few minutes, but it's okay. That's going fast in this video, but let's go and show where everything is done. So let's go and show what do we have created on the account. Um, Actually, I'm uploading a dummy zip for the next application. We're gonna need that for the compute. The Lambda, we cannot create the Lambda without that. So I added the key in the S3 bucket for the zip, and then I already updated the backend S3 bucket for this application for the computer to create the Lambda, the API gateway integration with the Lambda. Like you can see right here, those are environments that's gonna go to the Lambda. Some of them we're getting from the SSM parameter store, like the DB password, DB user, DB your JDBC URI. So those are getting translated into like actual value from SSM parameter store. Then we just spin up. The rest of those arguments, environment variables, we can add them in the SSM parameter store too. In the interest of time, we did not get to implement all of them in the Spring Boot app, but that's something that's the setup is already there. You can just leverage what we already have instead of using the real value in the environment variables. You can secure it in parameter store or either in secret manager. That's another thing you can do in secret manager, which is a very secure way to pass arguments and like for your application to retrieve them. Yeah, so it does not belong to the state of the application like when at one time. So every time it's just gonna pull the value. So if there's any update, they're gonna have the updated value as a password and and any other keys that you would have. Right now, that's a lambda was created, integration is done, new version of the lambda, but that's using a dummy package zip. I'm going to use the pipeline because that implementation was creating also the CI, part of the CI/CD pipeline that we have. Now I'm gonna zip a new, yeah, I just zip a new um, project and I upload it with the command line, and it's should be up in S3 now. It's going to spin up the resources. So we have a failure. It was because the role that we created, we have to add it to the IAC bucket. That's something else. You have to go back and update because the problem is you cannot add it at first when you're just creating the first application like S3TF state because the actual role does not exist. It would fail. The role has to exist. So that's why I removed it, and then once I'm done, I put it back. So that's a process. It's looping, and then it's going to update the um, API gateway integration with the project. So that's really it. Then if the zip is coming from GitHub Actions, it's gonna do the same thing. So it's going to push it to S3. So those are some of the actions, the jobs we have. It's just going to push it to S3, zip it, push it to S3, and then from S3 we have a rule event rule that is using state machine as a step function as a target to use the flow for the either for the UI and one for the backend for the Lambda. So that's for the UI. You can see the flow, okay, to deploy the web to the Amplify. So yeah, thank you for following, and this should be very